And what they've been doing systematically is manipulating people into smaller and smaller minutiae of self-identity. So now we have this long list of letters, LGBT, to describe the fine detail of a minutiae of self-identity. And this has created more and more potential for divide and rule. So now we have feminist activists at war with transgender activists. Yeah. And so as the sense of the I becomes more and more subdivided and subdivided and subdivided, the potential for divide and rule and setting the target population at war with itself becomes infinite. I mean, it's only limited by the number of labels you can come up with. And my goodness me, that list of letters seems to get longer all the time. So when we reach the point where saying all lives matter is considered racist, you know you're in a crazy place. But again, let's come back to the cult, its agenda, its methods of operation. What does all lives matter say? It says we are one. Everyone is equally valid, no matter what the color of your skin, no matter what the nature of your religion, no matter what the nature of your sexuality. We are all different expressions of the same whole. What is that doing? It's bringing people together. Unity. What is the worst nightmare of a global cult seeking to impose its will on humanity? Unity, harmony, coming together. So Black Lives Matter is a division. It says not all lives matter and everyone should be seen as equally valid. It says we are going to focus on one part of that whole. And when you focus on one part of the whole, you start dividing it from another part of the whole. And so we're having this division between a black society and so-called white privilege. And it's fundamentally dividing people. And not only that, you have a situation where this part of the division, or lots of people in the black community, the great majority of people in the black community can see it, but they don't get to the microphones. I'm talking about those that get to the microphones, that kind of lead these riots and stuff. What are they saying to white people? That we don't just want you to accept that we are equal to you. We want you to get on your knees. We want you to get on your knees and admit your white privilege. Now, what level of division does that create? And what does it say when people are being demanded to get on their knees? Where does the cult want humanity as a whole? It wants us on our knees. I've got a book I wrote a few years ago called Human Race, Get Off Your Knees, ironically, rather appropriate today. What's all this about? And when we come to this whole, the great illusion and the one that we are being pressured to accept is that different groups, whether they're black, white, or whatever, can be judged as one whole, as if they're all the same. So you have this group good, can't be criticized, this group bad, say what you bloody like. And what that does, again, coming back to the same theme, is it creates group situations which you can divide and rule. Now, when you come back to what I was saying a few minutes ago, we are all points of attention within the same infinite whole. Well, those different points of attention, different perspectives, different states of being, mind, attitudes, they manifest through every single group. They manifest through white people, through black people, through Asian people, through transgender people, through gay people, through straight people, whatever. And if you look at people's individual behavior, irrespective of their color, creed, religion, or background, their individual behavior, what you're then doing is you are looking at people devoid of any input of what color they are, or background they are, or sexuality they are. You're looking at an individual. And when you judge individual behavior rather than group behavior, now the ability to divide and rule is basically finished. Because what you're saying is, and I'll say it as many times as I need to, white people have so many great people, and they have psychopaths, a goodly number of them. Black people have enormous numbers of great people, and they have psychopaths. Asian people have great people, they have psychopaths. Transgender people have great people, and psychopaths and narcissistic dividers. Same with every group. So what the cult wants us to do is to go into this group judgment, because then they can divide and rule the target population, with one hand while having a cup of tea with the other. It's so easy.